The Appeal of the Four Seasons of Mount Ghassan. Mount Ghassan is an imposing yet gently sloping mountain located roughly in the center of Yamagata Prefecture. With an elevation of 1,984 meters, or 6,510 feet, it has been designated as one of the 100 famous Japanese mountains. During the winter months, strong seasonal winds from the Sea of Japan blow over the landscape. As a result of these westerly winds, over 20 meters, or 65 feet of snow accumulates on the northwest side of the mountain. In ancient times, Mount Ghassan prospered as the center of mountain worship aesthetics in Japan. Currently, the mountain is visited by summer skiers making use of the unmelted snow and by trekkers enjoying the many kinds of alpine plants and the beautiful fall foliage. Located on the Nishikawa side of the mountain in Ubawazawa is the Mount Ghassan Trailhead, about 20 minutes from the Yamagata Expressway Ghassan Interchange. Is a lower station equipped with a ski lift. The area is outfitted with a large parking lot, general information, lodging, and public restrooms. Please enjoy Mount Ghassan's appeal during each season. In winter, heavy snowfall turns the forest at the base of the mountain into the perfect snowshoe trekking area. Unhindered snow trekking thrives in the snowy forest foothills. Professional guides will help even beginners walk safely through the woods. Enjoy the winter forest while snowshoeing. The Shizu Hot Spring also makes use of the accumulated snow by holding a Snow Tavern Lantern Festival, which is a winter tradition. Local NPO volunteers and many college students participate in the building of the snow taverns. When the sun goes down, candlelight covers the snow taverns and transforms the area into a fantasy world. In March, a wall of snow over 10 meters, or 32 feet, is left as a result of snow removal on the prefectural road. The Ghassan ski slope takes full advantage of the abundant snow cover by opening in April, when all other ski slopes are closed.
去年よりは2メーター多いというようなそういった記事でありますし、まさに今年は非常に雪の多い冬であります。
Once the prefectural road spanning 6 kilometers, or about 4 miles, is cleared of snow, the ski lift path is cleared and operation resumes for the season.
せーの、よいしょ、よいしょ、よいしょ。
The Ghassan ski slope's natural terrain lets people enjoy skiing until the snow disappears in late July. From late May to early June, the beech tree forests in the foothills is a vibrant shade of green. A natural trail has been constructed through the beech tree forest, and a permanent resident guide with expert knowledge can guide guests. The grass-green leaves of the beech tree forest and the remaining snow make spring the most beautiful season. The forest is filled with chirping birds and is disconnected from the hustle and bustle of urban life. It is a world with a healing power that spreads over the landscape. The end of the ski season on Mount Ghassan signals the beginning of the flower trekking season. By late June, the majority of visitors are trekkers who use the lift for mountain climbing. At At this time, there are still many patches of remaining snow on the path up to the mountain. Beyond the snowy valleys, there is an abundance of beautiful blooming alpine plants lining the mountain ridges. The plentiful snowfall that nurtures the various alpine plants is a big appeal of Mount Ghassan. Passing through the snowy valleys on the way to the summit, guests are sure to see a variety of alpine plants. At the summit is a monument inscribed with a haiku poem written by Basho, a famous Japanese poet, about Mount Ghassan. The Ghassan Shrine is also at the summit, along with a wide plateau that spreads over the land. A symbol of Mount Ghassan is the Kamchatka lily, which begins to bloom at the end of June or the beginning of July at the mountain summit. Visibility from the summit is 360 degrees, which makes for a superb view of the Yamagata landscape. The regular climbing season begins when Mount Ghassan officially opens on July 1st. After the snow patches recede, the flowers begin to bloom. Heavy snowfall has created an environment with an extremely short growing season, where only certain, specially adapted plants can survive. This phenomenon is a big appeal of Mount Ghassan. When August comes, the mountain valleys are slow to thaw, so early summer flowers are just beginning to bloom. On the other hand, early fall flowers are beginning to bloom on the quick-to-thaw mountain ridges. Another appeal of Mount Ghassan is that flowers along the mountain path change with the seasons, thus allowing them to be enjoyed for a prolonged period of time. The flower called the Izoyama Rindo in Japanese belongs to the gentian family of flowers. When this flower blooms, it is already fall on the mountain. In late September, fall foliage begins to turn the mountainside into a picturesque view. With a perfectly clear sky, views extend out as far as the eye can see. Many climbers visit to trek in the fall foliage. In fall, instead of alpine plants, visitors are greeted by the beautiful fall foliage. Fall foliage continues to blanket the mountain all the way up to the summit. Fall foliage can be enjoyed until mid-October on Mount Ghassan, and before long it has traveled down the mountain to the forests lining the foothills. In late October, the fall foliage covers the foothills, and the Jizu Pond area in Shizu becomes a superb spot to view the fall foliage. Many photography enthusiasts visit this area due to the abundance of broadleaf trees such as the beech and the maple. In November, as the leaves fall and the snow approaches fast, a long winter season begins once more.